Guyana's President Irfaan Ali's inauguration speech and first interview, 2025. On September 7, 2025, Guyana entered a new chapter in its history. President Dr. Irfaan Ali, leader of the People's Progressive Party Civic, was sworn in for a second term as President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. The election delivered a strong mandate, cementing Ali's political standing at a time when oil wealth, social change, and international attention are rapidly reshaping the nation. Standing before a packed audience at the National Cultural Center, Ali struck a unifying and inclusive tone. His words were not only directed to his supporters, but to every citizen of Guyana. He declared, "As I first declared on the 2nd of August 2020, I am not the president of some Guyanese, I am the president of all Guyana. That principle has guided me these past 5 years, and it shall remain my compass in the years ahead." Ali went further, reminding citizens that unity must be more than a slogan. One Guyana is not a slogan, it is a lived ethic. Each of us are equal in dignity, equal in opportunity, and equal in respect. To those of us who did not support me, know this: I am your president too. This was more than symbolism. It was an appeal to heal divisions in a country where politics has long mirrored ethnic and social lines. Ali's second-term vision was framed around continuity, stability, and above all, transformation. He stressed that the next 5 years would be decisive. The next 5 years will be the most consequential in Guyana's history, and I call on every citizen to join me in building a future defined not only by resources but also by opportunity, dignity, and shared purpose. Among the key pledges from the inauguration were the long-promised Corentyne River Bridge, a vital new link to Suriname. A new Berbice River Bridge, easing transport and connecting communities. A vast expansion of roads, ports, housing projects, and industrial zones. And social programs aimed at protecting vulnerable families in rural and hinterland regions. Ali told the nation, "After today, my government will move full steam ahead to begin the fulfillment of key manifesto promises, including the construction of a new Corentyne River Bridge, a new Berbice River Bridge, and the implementation of important social programs." But beyond concrete projects, Ali's speech carried a bigger vision. Guyana must not become another cautionary tale of oil wealth squandered. He pledged that revenues would be the foundation for long-term prosperity, not a short-lived windfall. On oil and gas, Ali was clear. We are not a one-sector nation. We are building a diversified economy that will generate jobs, raise income, and secure prosperity. And he vowed to ensure Guyana's contracts benefit its people. The benefits must be greater. The wealth is truly for the people. On the environment, Ali reaffirmed Guyana's role as a global climate leader. Managing our forestry sector, maintaining our environmental credentials, and advancing our low-carbon development strategy will remain central to our growth. His social agenda was equally ambitious, halving electricity costs, preventing water tariff hikes, keeping taxes low, investing in food security, and supporting women, youth, and the elderly through care centers, health programs, and rising pensions. He promised a transformation of health and education. Every citizen's health will be tracked from early childhood, risks identified, and treatment provided through a first-class system. Schools will become modern centers of learning, equipped with digital tools and enhanced teaching to prepare children for the future. President Ali also addressed Guyana's place in the world. We seek peace with all our neighbors and defend our sovereignty with a quiet confidence in the law and a steady strength of unity. And finally, he issued a call to move beyond partisanship. Democracy is made richer by inclusion. Now the time has come to put aside the partisan banners and the sheaths of campaign rhetoric, and to embrace the higher call of nation building. With elections now behind us comes the responsibility to transform competition into cooperation and division into dialogue. The inauguration was more than ceremony. It was a declaration, Guyana is at a crossroads, and the decisions made in this second term will determine whether the nation's newfound wealth translates into shared prosperity and lasting progress. The Neil Marks interview, a closer look. Soon after, Ali sat down with journalist Neil Marks from Newsroom. This was his first chance to go beyond the ceremonial speech and speak directly to the people in a more personal way. One of his key messages? Transformation takes time. President Ali said bluntly that the kind of changes Guyana is experiencing, from new highways to expanding oil and gas production, cannot happen overnight. He urged patience, asking citizens to trust the process, while also holding his government accountable. Another critical point from the interview was freedom of critique. President Ali addressed questions about indigenous leaders and community voices, saying they were free to criticize his administration. This remark carried weight, given ongoing debates about indigenous rights, land issues, and equitable access to oil revenues. President Ali also tied back to his inauguration theme, reminding Guyanese that he is president for everyone, not just for supporters of his party. He acknowledged skepticism and criticism, but emphasized dialogue, patience, and long-term results. Oil, gas, and diversification. In both his inauguration and his interview, oil and gas remained at the center of the conversation. President Ali promised that Guyana's oil sector will continue to expand production, bringing in billions in new revenue. But he also stressed that oil is not the end game. His administration's strategy is to invest in agriculture, making Guyana a food hub for the region, manufacturing and processing, so the country doesn't only export raw resources. Tourism, showcasing Guyana's eco-diversity to the world, and education and skills training, so Guyanese workers are ready for the jobs of tomorrow. The interview reinforced that Guyana's oil money must fuel a broader vision of economic diversification. In President Ali's words, it's about raising incomes, generating jobs, and securing long-term prosperity. Challenges and expectations. Of course, with bold promises come tough challenges. In his first interview after re-election, Ali hinted at the reality. Guyanese citizens are eager to see rapid change. Roads, schools, jobs, people want results now. But President Ali warned against unrealistic expectations. Mega projects like highways, hospitals, and energy plants take years to complete. He asked the nation for patience while assuring them that work is already underway. At the same time, he welcomed constructive criticism, even from opposition voices. This is critical because in Guyana's democracy, every community wants to feel heard. Looking ahead, what it means for Guyana. So what does President Ali's first interview after the election tell us? It reveals a leader trying to balance urgency with patience, inclusion with criticism, and oil wealth with diversification. It shows a government that wants to deliver big, but knows that transformation takes time. For Guyana, the next 5 years will be about turning promises into visible results. New bridges, new roads, new industries, and hopefully a stronger sense of unity across a diverse nation. As President Ali himself said, "I am the president for all Guyanese." Whether he succeeds in turning oil wealth into shared prosperity will define not just his presidency, but Guyana's future. One thing is certain, the world is watching. And that wraps up our breakdown of President Irfaan Ali's inauguration speech and first interview after the 2025 election. From promises of unity to plans for Guyana's economic transformation, these moments set the tone for the country's future. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Global Explorer channel for more updates on Guyana's politics, history, and global developments. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video and leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on President Ali's plans for Guyana. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.